let's get this started. Final 4 semi-final best of 3 is about to go live for the Lao Pao Esports Club. Is FoCuS representing in the best Korean orc mirror that we have and probably ever had. FoCuS versus Lin coming up. So with Lin not being in WGL shape and FoCuS not being in 2019 summer shape, this is not the best shape we've seen from the two players. FoCuS though, DreamHack second place, quite impressive over there. And Lin, of course, dating back to WGL, that was one of the most impressive orc plays we've ever seen. So who's coming out on top in this upcoming matchup?
Well, with that, we're here to find that out today, and I imagine the bookmakers have only one favor, and this is this man, Lin. Historically, he's had the upper hand for most of the time. His orc mirror record is crazy, and while I would agree that perhaps he's not as strong as he was by the end of last year, which was close to perfection, we saw him yesterday doing really well indeed. In the pro qualifier, he took first place, and also he already defeated another top orc in an orc mirror here in next, which was Fly, which many would argue is in much better shape than FoCuS currently. So everything points towards Lin today in the semifinal.
I would agree.
But FoCuS in good shape, perhaps with some good items, of course, always a threat.
I would definitely agree to give the edge to Lin at the moment, but you know, this is Orc Mirror. FoCuS, oftentimes kissed by Fortuna. The RNGesus is with them, and especially in Orc Mirror, especially if we play similar maps that we played on yesterday, Twisted, Last Refuge. Items have a big impact on this match, and we start indeed on Last Refuge.
Alright, one of the bigger maps that we have. It's not quite Twisted. It's not quite Terranas. I wonder, does it have more experience than Northern Isles? It definitely has more items. So certainly in that regard, a very big map. A bit of dice rolling will be involved. The last few encounters between the two, by the way, were pretty one-sided. The last 5 times they met, Lin won 4 out of. But FoCuS has claimed one victory. Historically, it's been 71 to 29% win rate. That's a 24-10 in series. Not looking to it for FoCuS there. A little bit better in the map score, but map score not so important, of course. It's about winning this best of 3 to make it into the grand final, which will also be played today.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about the win. It's not about style. It's not about the fashion you win in. And that might give another edge to Lin. Sometimes it just has this killer instinct, knowing exactly what to do, especially in these orc mirrors. FoCuS though, rather straight up. He doesn't have these genius ideas. He doesn't have the crazy comeback mechanism that maybe a Lin has with Zeppelin, Kodo drops, and whatnot. There's a special X factor when Lin plays orc mirror.
We saw him yesterday, victorious against Fly, yes, but Fly there held on pretty well. It was LR, which had quite an interesting strategical aspect to it. It was a very unusual opening there. Well, Fly, he was the one playing standard, but Lin played off-meta build, and I was wondering if we'd see this again, and indeed we... Well, do we or don't we? We haven't seen the full base yet, because yesterday he skipped the barracks, and for a second there, I thought he did this again today, but no, he doesn't. So it seems like he learned from yesterday where the skip barracks and the fast tech with the blade seemed like a cool idea on paper, but then as the game progressed, we saw, Lin ended up with a single circlet on the blade, and Fly found 2 circlets, 2 claws, and 2 gloves, and that turned out to not be the best trade. So we're going back to standard here, which is going to be an early grunt opening. Seemingly, though, differing creep routes. FoCuS skips the shop, which means he'll be going to the middle for a quick circlet and a high priest creep, whereas Lin, with his own shop, is going to be going for those claws right away.
All right, the second biggest solo tournament in all of Asia, so starting into the decision. Yeah, you're right. FoCuS without a shop. And I like that they're both kind of going back to standard. This build yesterday seemed really greedy, and a lot of stars have to align for that to work. So especially since every single round gives you so much money, being a little more safe and conservative is, I guess, the best way to approach this. We have gloves for Lin, we have a circlet for FoCuS, going for the consumable with Grunt here. And then we will progress into the tier 2 tech rather fast. Scouts for a Blade Master right away, is aware of a possible early Blade Master harass build. So better safe than sorry is the motto for the first map.
Early Century, excellent drop here for FoCuS. It's all about securing those claws. It's all about securing those level 5 Kree blast hits and the permanent vision. It's going to be a tremendous help right there. Next High Priest being eyed up, level 4 creep, lots of experience, and FoCuS snags it. And the item, the fastest fingers in the West, strike again. And that's a little bit of a lead. Gloves of Haste, by the way, for Lin, that might in fact be the worst item. No claws, no circlet, that much is for sure. Gonna go for some at the shop, and of course the early game is not going to be too spectacular, can't expect too many kills here, but it's about the little bits of progress that you make, the items you gather, the experience you gather, and as so often the goal will be to be level 3 by the time you reach tier 2.
Lin stealing the Murlocs away. That hurts the Shadowhunter a little on the early stages of tier 2, and it doesn't get that much damage. It's a little bit of poison, of course. Okay, FoCuS has no selves and doesn't arrive in time. That's a lot of selves for Lin. There we go. One applied into Windwalk. Reveal. Cancels it. That's a little expensive for the War Chief. Guys, let me know if the sound is all right. I, once again, don't hear anything from the game, so kind of reliant on you. So just let me know if it's not loud enough or too loud or whatever.
FoCuS's play here seems really passive, though. He sets up 2 sentries, and then he doesn't creep anything anymore. He's just defending on his side the Murloc camp. Who cares about the Murloc camp?
That's really rare.
Really weird trading. He didn't try to steal anything away from Lin's side. Lin, I guess, also didn't get big things away from FoCuS's side. So these Blade Masters, pretty... what's the word? Pretty careful, I guess. Cautious in their approach. Don't want to overstep. Whereas in other matchups, you see the Blade Masters trying to snipe the Ogre Magi all the time. Of course, here they're going up against an enemy Blade with speed scroll and so on. So it's a little bit more dangerous, perhaps. We're far away from level 3s, but level 2 has been reached for Lin. It's dropping quite low here.
Yeah, another backstab, another cancel on the self. Not bad. I guess I'd give the edge to FoCuS. A very, very, very small one. Nothing game deciding. But I like this early. So we arrive at tier 2. We're gonna see the Shadowhunters and Raider and Walker and Kodo. Another steal for FoCuS, and that unlocks his level 2. Grunts are coming in as well. And there's more progress stopped. No one really close to a roaming Blade Master. They will probably even go for the Merc camp. Oh, FoCuS aggressive SH. Left lane. He's moving over. He's not creeping at all on his side.
Yeah, he's trying to steal the Merc camp away. That's pretty cool. If he gets this, that's a really big camp. But the Shadowhunter is close by, so he's not going to allow this. Alright, but kind of cool creep route by FoCuS. If he's absolutely left uncontested, he can go for the Merc camp. And if there is some presence of the opponent, he can go for the enemy Knolls. Alright, FoCuS here. Towards the mid-game, his creep route is much more intriguing to me than the one at the start, and Lin now is the one who's feeling a little bit under pressure. Going for the lab creep, that is a big, juicy camp to go for with both heroes, but it is with both heroes. So this is not going to be the fastest level 3 Shadowhunter progress. If a Blade Master was to show up here and steal some last hits by FoCuS, this would be a great play, but he's kind of close by. Oh, that's an amazing read by FoCuS if he comes up here in time. Yeah. But he's a little bit too late for the Ogre Magi.
Can still steal the Mauler. Shadowhunter is hurt. Can you just go for the SH Hex to reveal this? What's the item? Healthstone. Alright. He's ready and he's coming in. It's still Hex. Oh, applied the Shadow Hunter by Lin. Has to consume the stone right away. FoCuS just firing away at the second hero. Hex everywhere to prevent some damage. Grunts are trapping, but now it's FoCuS who's in trouble. One of the Shadow Hunters will fall, and it looks like it's FoCus's. Oh no, the trap backfires. You are stuck there with Lin and not the other way around. Is it still the kill though? He kind of needs it, but Lin with the Zeppelin, one of his best friends in Warcraft, and that is 2 saves.
Dude,
And a
that
Shadow
Zeppelin
Hunter kill.
comes perfectly available at daytime. That Shadow Hunter was so close to dying. If it's just like 5 seconds more, this is gonna work out. Big gamble by FoCuS. What turned this fight around was the Spirit Link. Since Lin's reinforcements were quicker, he had the Walker there, he had the Spirit Link there, and FoCuS didn't have it, so his Shadow Hunter was way more squishy. Ambitious play by FoCuS that horribly backfires.
Taking that gamble, and it doesn't work out. That is pretty much a free level 2 for Lin now. Said it at the beginning, the extra spice in Orgmara, Lin brings it to the table. And that is the Zeppelin play. I wouldn't rule out that we haven't seen the Zeppelin for the last time. As I said, Kodo, Zeppelin, drops. Yummy.
Shadow Hunter still not too close to level 3, so the experience lead here isn't insurmountable. Ogre Magi, big item to find. What's he gonna grab up? 1 of Mana Steel? That's okay for the Shadow. But the big mana pot is the jackpot item, which neither found. As far as Blade Master inventory goes, pretty even. It's a slight lead for FoCuS.
Yeah, the claws of attack making a little bit of a difference, but the levels are more important, and that is Lin having half a level. This will mean Critical Strike level 2 unlocked earlier. FoCuS on this map kinda needs this. Oh, reveal. Sitting on top of the Magi. Did he steal it? I'm not sure. Yes, Ankh for Lin.
Yeah, he got
Took
the
that
item.
out.
I don't think he got the experience, but he got the item.
Yeah. And red spot at the same time. Lin is everywhere. FoCuS can't follow up. He's not fast enough.
Oh, Ancient Django. That's amazing.
Okay, finally a Merc Camp. This could be Vamp Aura. It is Devotion. Also really good. Alright, is there a tier 3 transition? We do have level 3. FoCuS is faster with that, but the Merc Camp's still up for grabs for the former newbie player.
There's gonna be double level ups for Lin. This is gonna be the big item. He already has double heal scroll. This smells like the timing for the fight then after this camp.
Okay, that's Vamp Aura. That's pretty telling. No, it's not. Or with the Magi, a little bit more mana for the Shadow Hunter. Both at 50 supply. Question now, any tier 3 transition. Takes forever. Will give you quite an edge in the late game. Thanks to Kodo upgrade, Lightning Orb. Maybe even Tiny Great Hall. And Walker Master upgrade.
Oh, Overlord, surround. Lin is coming in for the creep jack, but I think it's gonna be a little bit too late. SH gets the item. Hood of Cunning. It's alright. It's not as good as Lin's though. Not by a long shot.
Yeah.
And the Raider goes down for free as well. This might be the trigger now for Lin to move in. No? Patience by Lin. Falls back towards the middle.
Both with a very similar army composition. 2 Kodo Beasts. But the levels, man. This level 4 Blade Master, this level 2 Critical Strike. Okay, Spirit Link applied everywhere. Blade Master's in the front row. Kodo not trying to eat yet. Lin has the Zeppelin, 4 saves if he needs it. 1 heal scroll on FoCuS aside. 2 heal scrolls on Lin. 132 critical strike. You won't see that from FoCuS. The Devotion Aura. How much impact does that have over the Endurance? Kodos are moving forward. Trying to get something, but wow, that Grunt Micro. And that is the Kodo exposed and focused.
Both Kodos here getting targeted. I know that Lin's got off a Devour. I don't think FoCuS's did. Kodos falling pretty much at the same time.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
keeps it
heal
alive
wave.
for a little bit longer. And
Zeppelin!
now the Zeppelin is coming in. Very nice play, making use of everything that he can here, does Lin. Oh, Kodo does die in the end. That's probably a mistake. Unloading that again. Shadowhunter also somehow dropped super low. What happened there?
No idea. Raider is out of that fight as well. Kodos are falling, so no command aura anymore. FoCuS with 53 supply. That's quite a big lead. Do we have heal scrolls remaining? No, Lin burned through 2 of them. And this is Lin losing an Orc Mirror fight.
Yeah, can happen to anyone. FoCuS here having a good hold.
Devotion aura quite good, huh?
It certainly is.
8 supply lead. Did Lin tech to tier 3 in the meantime? No. That would have been an explanation for it.
Yeah, and weirdly enough, you know, we praise the Django always so much, but Ogmira is one of the few fights where really nothing is kiting. It's just this very sturdy front line. Everything's just hitting all the time. This is why Scourge Bone Chimes is utterly insane in that matchup.
Yeah, the 5% attack speed, they don't really do too much. The glory of the Ancient Django is the movement speed, which doesn't, as you say, doesn't help too much. Devotion Aura does, though. The +2 armor, a constant scroll of protection for FoCuS. So Lin, what now? We have a mana potion on his Shadowhunter. We engage again. And snares everywhere. Lin getting off the first kill, probably even the second. That's a lot of crowd control taken out of that army. Shadowhunter's finally here for that heal wave. Lin is... Oh, wow! Clutch heals wave again. Dispel on the Spirit Link, so that is the kill in the end. 2-for-1 trade now in favor of Lin. But we equal this. Zeppelin is back level 4 for FoCuS. Finally, Raider storming into the back line. Walker's exposed. Neck and neck fight. Crazy.
Lin doesn't have any Raiders left. Microing this without Ensnare is definitely quite a bit more difficult. Zeppelin will be falling. The Walkers will be exposed once again. Big heal scroll there by FoCuS also, who's taking quite the decisive supply lead now. 48 against 42 supply takes out another Walker. FoCuS seemingly on the verge of winning this first game.
Lin has more mana on the Shadowhunter. And the Kodo is back. Maybe that can turn it around. Raiders on the right-hand side. Blade Master's taking care. Shadowhunter out of that fight now, though. Without mana, without potions. He's following with everything. Doesn't get it. Little bit of wasted time. But again, a trade going for FoCuS. Game's still not over. But FoCuS is spooning his way into map number 1.
Kodo's got a grunt in the stomach there, so that's going to be 3 supply being devoured soon. Blade Master for Lin, close to 5. For FoCuS at the Shadowhunter, close to the level up. Blade Master inventory still better for FoCuS. We have very few creep camps left only. Another heal scroll. Lin eager to re-engage despite not even being at 50 supply.
Okay. Heal scroll and mana potion in the inventory. Let's engage again. Creeps are helping a little from both sides. Is there any big level ups? Level 5 blade is close for Lin. Level 3 crit.
FoCuS army is way bigger. Way bigger. We can see it reflected in the supply, of course, but also if you just look at the army. Oh, and if he gets the Kodo like this, it was slightly out of position. This would be a terrible start to the fight for Lin. Blade Master taking a lot of damage here as well.
He's ensnared. Gets out. Not revealed, I guess, but reveals himself a lot. The heal waves are on point for Lin so far. Takes the grunt out. Let's level up for the Shadowhunter. Gives him a little bit more mana. He's still holding on to that mana potion.
Kodo got off a Devour there as well. Blade Master tanking like a raid boss there in the front line. There's still more heal waves. It looks like FoCuS is about to take this game. He has, once again, one engagement. Forces the Scroll of Speed back. And that's all the bottom right creeps going to FoCuS if he wants.
Okay. Ooh, that's a lot. That's the nulls. And if he's willing to take the risk, it's also the turtles. It could be another damage item on the Blade Master. And Lin, where do you go now? Berserker, maybe? He doesn't even have the resources. He's struggling to get back to 50. Investing into that mana potion once again. One's level 5 now. And he's getting there. Slippers, also pretty good.
Leinster with an experienced lead here slightly, but that's the only edge that he has. FoCuS with almost 10 supply more. That's a magnificent lead. And it's very likely that Lin will be top left. FoCuS knows that he just owned that fight once again, so there's no way Lin could contest the bottom right, so where is he then instead? Must be up here. And he's right in that assumption.
Is that the nail in the coffin for Lin? 5 supply lead constantly for a long time now. Blade Master taking some hits. He must be the X factor. First hit kill is super important, but oh my, this Blade Master is already dropping super low. 174 critical strike, switching the target. Not going for the Blade's throat, but rather for the Raider. That's lots of damage involved into that. Kodo Lin in trouble. The shop could save his game if it finishes. Speed scroll used again. Raider falling, Kodo falling, Shadowhunter, Blade Master 5, but that's not saving him anymore. 15 supply lead. That's game.
Yeah. This is unrecoverable now. So many Raiders still left alive. This, I think, is the big story here of this late game brawling. There's always way more Raiders for FoCuS, and perhaps a bit more damage on the Blade Master. And once again, LR will not be won here by Lin in the Ogmara, just like yesterday against Fly. His blade is level 5, but at this point, even if he crits in every hit, I'm not sure that it's enough. Oh, there's a crit. But yeah, against Spirit Link, you can see it's not even that painful.
FoCuS
That's
just
just too much.
rock solid. He's not doing any mistakes. Lin is waiting for that one overcommitment, that one time he missteps that he can punish, as so often before in Orc Mirrors, but it's just not happening. FoCuS is not exposing his army. That shot was a neat idea, cancelled as well. Is there one more fight in Lin? Will we see the Lin sanity to turn this around? It's not that likely. Shadowhunter half a level ahead for FoCuS now as well. And if there's a spell to the side Orc Mirror, it's level 3 Heal Wave.
Lin taking some chances now. Has to. Trying to get a bit more experience, a bit more items. Alright, FoCuS. You have a really big lead this game. This should be yours. But how to close it out? Expanding, creeping up the rest of the map, or just straight up pushing? Those are pretty much the 3 options.
Yeah, main should expire relatively soon. I see peons moving across, but I don't think Lin can afford it at all. Thank you, Freak Tourist, for the 1-year resub. Is this live? Hells yeah, it's live.
Alright, here comes the push. There was even a scout peon involved there for FoCuS. Sees the army a little bit early. Would love to see a shop coming up. Well, not from that peon. He's been killed. Alright, here we go. Last stand for Lin. If he wins this fight, he's officially insane. Going for the Kodos right away. So many ensnares.
And the Kodo falls right away. The crits for 270. That's not defendable. The second Kodo is falling as well. Good focus fire by FoCuS, no pun intended. Level 5 for his Blade Master now as well, equaling out the crits. And this is just hopeless. There's no army left for Lin. Grunts disappearing. Raiders, no chance. Is there a Hail Mary play somewhere? I don't think so. He's killing off the Kodo. That's a nice accomplishment. But yeah, level 5 Shadowhunter. No mana anymore. Blade Master still in focus fire. Kills off this. Oh, it doesn't even kill off the second Kodo. So much commitment! And Lin taps out. Map number 1 goes to FoCuS.
I think we're all a little bit surprised that despite no big disadvantages, Lin loses an Ogmira. You know, we've seen Lin lose plenty of Ogmiras before, but normally it's because there's crazy claws on the enemy or there's this one-stick creepjack. But this mid-game started with a failed creepjack from FoCuS. The Shadow Hunter died. He didn't get the return kill. He fell behind in experience. And he still won in the late game. Quite impressive. Quite impressive indeed. I think that Devotion Aura helped him out a ton.
Yeah. I think so too.
Surprisingly was better than the Endurance.
I think it's the first fight at the bottom left shop where FoCuS had the Devotion already, and that kind of won him the fight with good control, of course, as well. And from that moment on, Lin wasn't able to fight back. That Zeppelin was a cool idea and had a good spot, but yeah, losing that Kodo there by dropping it too early again, there was a little bit of a rare mistake that we don't see too much from Lin. And FoCuS was capitalizing on it, took the ball, ran away, wins map 1. Rock solid performance.
Yeah, absolutely. You wouldn't think with a game like that FoCuS recently has been struggling a little bit, but I think he has. Him and Fortitude, both the big LP club players, have been a little shaky lately, but here starts off very well on map 1 by its only one map. Yesterday when we saw Fly against Lin, it was also Fly playing really well on LR, and then Lin kind of destroying Fly on the other 2 maps. So this can very much still swing around. But it's good to see that we have 2 players meeting here on eye level.
Yeah, absolutely. The Orcs in general seem to be in pretty decent shape, pretty good results. Lin, of course, winning WGL qualifier yesterday. Fly on fire. FoCuS flying a little under the radar, but also no disappointing performances, really. It's not like, oh my god, he's losing games to 15 sway all the time. Just not crazy good.
Second map is going to be Twisted Meadows. Once again,
Ooh.
Not removed by the Orcs.
Lottery time.
Yeah, ready to roll those dice.
Remo, I know yesterday you were praying to the Orc gods to finally give you a Farseer mirror. Do you think it will happen here now?
Absolutely not.
I'm just gonna continue to get that disappointed by life. I have no hope anymore.
If the score was 1-0 the other way, I could see it by Lin. If he's, feeling himself, if he's feeling the swag today, I could see him trying to close it out with a Farseer and TM. And FoCuS, he has played Farseer in the past as well, also in unlikely matchups against Night Elf, for example. I don't think it can work against Lin. Lin is just a beast. Not completely unbeatable in Ogmira, as he felt half a year ago. Has shown some weakness, but it's still Lin.
Yeah, I wouldn't rule this out, that Lin turns this around with a 2-1. We've seen pretty much the same yesterday. Crazy turnarounds by him. 2 Ogmiras in a row. That's, of course, nice for the War Chief. Can focus on that matchup. Nothing really new to prepare. Of course, in the final, if he makes it, there would be a human or an undead waiting in second 1-0. So, match points for FoCuS. Is he kicking out Lin of next spring and wins this prestigious Orc Mirror? Would be his second silver medal at least in a row after DreamHack Anaheim. So, FoCuS. Bottom left, Lin. Bottom right. Let's go.
Yesterday, when Fly was playing here, we saw Fly opted for a very unusual build with a skip barracks, fast chop, harassing Blade Master. And boy, did that backfire. Lin kept on canceling the barracks over and over. He was up by 3 grunts at one point. He was up by like 4 levels. That game ended with 3 heroes versus 1 heroes. That was a complete stomp. So yeah, seems like that build is rather not to be recommended.
But very different from yesterday, right? Like, this is a lab creep on both sides. Yesterday we've not seen it at all. Lin was faking it a little, but didn't go for it.
Yeah, but we didn't see it yesterday because Fly went to play aggressive against it, and Lin was being scouted, and because he was scouted, he didn't go for it. And then he faked it a little bit and went for harassment and creeping elsewhere instead. But no scouting here. Oh, dude, that rock column trap, that's like frame perfect.
Especially bottom left. I've seen it fail a couple of times, especially by Soin. Shout out Soin.
I think bottom right is even harder. That was a really close finish there, and Boots of Quel'Thalas for Lin. Hello.
That is wonderful.
But it's Agitome for FoCuS, so that's also not too bad. And Robe later on for the Shadow.
Do you have a little new fixation on tomes, by the way? I noticed this yesterday.
Dude, tomes are good if you can stack them up. Agitome +2, that's almost slippers, you know? Every little thing matters.
Why are you focusing so much on it? Because you can actually see what tome it is now in Reforged.
You know, I think those were one of the more easier things to see. But yet, tomes matter. Oftentimes, when we're on big maps, we can get up to like 6, 7 plus tomes from Agi.
Yeah.
That's Quel'Thalas boots right there, just from tomes.
Alright. Pretty straight up game so far. Lin is reaching around. FoCuS is in time though. Oh, this grunt. It's just dead.
Speed scroll might save him.
Can he follow this up? Speed scroll committed as well. Uh-oh, that's not a great start for FoCuS. Can he block? Can he block?
Him?
He does!
Still dead though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but he might be getting trapped. Oh, Warm Mill trap!
Okay, reveal. That's some good damage. But the boots of Quel'Thalas killed the Warmel. So he's free.
Alright, gets the drunk kill.
Wait. Is this, like, it's 60% level difference. Why is that? It's only a grunt. It should be only a grunt.
I think the grunt for Lin stole the null away. Did he?
Something's missing.
He must have. Yeah, the null overseer, I think, was stolen as well. Oh, that's very good for Lin.
Chat is saying he denied with the burrow, maybe.
Oh, did he?
Because the camp is level 2. Well, wait, I don't know. He didn't creep the camp, so...
Yeah, the null camp is 192 experience. So yeah, that could make sense. That could work out. Oh, nice troll warlord steal right here. That's definitely a bit of a gamble by FoCuS.
Alright, the first flaw in FoCuS's game after pretty solid... Oh, okay. Well, you know, what does it matter if you deny a creep if you have the Scourge Bone Chimes?
Alright. Alright, this is gonna be a tough late game for Lin. But he has a super strong blade. What's he getting here now? Claws would make him insane. Oh boy.
Okay, these items are officially surreal already.
Oh, he's coming in for the creep jack.
This blade
He has
is
the
so
dust. He has the dust.
He's just dead. Oh,
Dust?
block.
Where's the dust?
Maybe he's... Okay, wait. Oh.
Yeah, he's revealed. Backstab.
Boom! Lin's Blade Master goes to town, and that's the Vamp Aura, of course, benched. And that's GG. Whoa,
right.
whoa, 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 whoa. Exclamation mark performance by Lin. That game did not go FoCuS's way. And is that... stage fright or something? Like getting close to a win, taking the lead in the semi-final. FoCuS not too experienced in big tournament semi-finals.
That's quite a lot of control so quickly. Like you miss the last hit with the burrow, or you deny the last hit with the burrow. That doesn't give you level 2 then. Yeah. That delays your level 2. And then a little bit too much damage taken on the grunt while creeping. You lose that grunt. Suddenly he's level 3, he's backstabbing you, and boom, there we go. Once again, it's like on TM, you make one little mistake in your opening build, and Lin with the crazy punish.
To be fair, denying the rock golem is little more than a tiny mistake.
Yeah, but I mean, what what it resulted in was just him being level 2 a little bit later. That plus taking too much damage on the ground. Pretty sick. All right, 1-1. We're all tied up again, and we're gonna have map 3 to decide if we follow yesterday's format. This would be Northern Isles then next.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Could be concealed as well. We'll see. Maybe Amazonia. Those 3 should be the one. So I guess it would be the first next final for both of them. So far it was TH versus Infi and Infi versus Moon. Lin has a 3rd place in next already. That was last time. No, the first time. Thank you, der Rattenjunge, for the 9-month resub. Moin Jungs. Moin Rattenjunge. And Slick, 13 month of resubbing. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Gonna have Sock versus 120 coming up later in the final as well. So here we see the map now. Concealed Hill it is.
Okay,
No Northern Isles. Okay.
Looking forward to the fight for the golem in the middle.
Yeah, Ogre red camp item.
Oh boy, this should be a longer match than the one on Twisted. I want to see these long, worn-out fights. Tier 3 is usually, like, if it's played in a series, it's oftentimes Last Refuge. Yesterday it was Northern Isles. I would be surprised to see Tier 3 here, though.
Yeah, me too. I could definitely see both muscling up on Tier 2 as much as possible to contest the red camps.
That is the deciding match already. 37 minutes into this series. And we're about to conclude this already. Lin or FoCuS? Which Korean orc makes it to the grand final? We have FoCuS in the upper right. We have Lin in the bottom left. And we have barracks, so no one is skipping anything.
And alas, it is another day without Farseer and Orkmira.
Nice that you still had this little glimpse of hope for it.
One day it's gonna happen again, bro. I'm telling you. And then how we will rejoice. But here it's gonna be Blade starting off with a bit of creeping. First, completely mirrored builds here so far.
I think FoCuS a little faster. That doesn't do anything. Okay, a lot about items again. And a slow build up to the level 2 craziness that is Orkmira. Oh, differing creep routes. Lin going for a very typical FoCuS move, shop into circlet.
Yeah. The Blade Master abuse here to prevent the inner fire is really, really impactful. Normally this camp has good experience, but it's hard to creep because of that inner fire. But Blade Master with the Windwog trick can prevent this. And it's still a bit of damage here from the Ogre Magi, but it's okay, it's manageable. And it's going to be big experience for him. Now he can fall back, get heal cells, heal up a little bit, go for the item carrying creep, and be level 2 right away. FoCuS on the other side of the map finds only the ring to start things off.
Can save him some heal cells maybe, or in the end save him some money. But yeah, for the big fights, that is definitely not the greatest. He will then trade it for a circlet, buys one already, and now we're even. And a ring for Lin, so same drops, same experience.
Lin the first one to make it across the map though. However, way more damage on him and the grunt. Ooh, nice sentry placement. Sees that FoCuS is right over there. Could perhaps steal that asset. Oh, he's going for the Blade Master.
Oh no!
Speed scroll, not again!
Is it Groundhog Day or what? Lin kills the blade. Too ambitious by FoCuS. And it wasn't only a level 1 blade, level 2.5. That is so much map control. That's so much experience. That's pretty much a free level 3 blade.
Was this build handcrafted against the enemy creep route? It worked out perfectly.
Yeah, Tome of Agility.
Edgy tome, by the way.
Oh, FoCuS. Again, the nerves in big matches.
How much damage was in that grunt? Did he once again improperly spread the damage? I'm not certain. Honestly, Lin so far isn't abusing the situation too much. He's not creeping big camps away from the enemy side. I mean, which big camps could you really take? Gold mine? Too risky. Lab? Probably also too risky.
Yeah.
So he can't abuse this kill as much as you can possibly on Twisted. On Twisted, you can creep like 3 null camps, one after the next.
It's still a big experience for Lin. It's still equal. He's seriously not doing too much with this. He's just positioning himself in the north. That's so ambitious.
Doesn't even have a speed scroll anymore to get out here. Oh.
FoCuS going to the right-hand side.
Yeah, FoCuS has no eyes on the map. He has absolutely no clue.
Okay, works out. He's expecting the rock golem creep. But his timing is off. Shadowhunter isn't even out yet.
Ring of Regen. It's not even too bad. With Spirit Link always apply in the late game.
Yeah.
Bit of passive healing.
Okay, finds him now. Well, that's a lot of wasted time for FoCuS. Level 3 for Lin. The Watch Award has revealed him earlier, so he knew that this Blade Master would be here. How do you come back from this? Shadowhunter comes in as well. That's safe on the grunt. Oh, should be. Wait a minute. It doesn't kill him again, does he? He's reaching around. Oh no. Oh, FoCuS. Oh no. Disaster strikes.
But what was he doing there? I mean, it's the very obvious Shadowhunter timing.
Yeah. The grunts were there, so it was obvious that the Shadowhunter would come into this. He can't creep alone. And that is the rock golem, the Ogre Lord now. That's for free. There's nothing FoCuS can do about it. Lin is soaking up the map. He's so far ahead in experience. 1/3 of a level jumpstart thanks to that kill.
Claws plus 12. Amazing. And Clock of Flames. Amazing. Cloak might be the best. Katka's Pipe. Amazing. So many good items.
It's a very good looking one, but not the craziest impact.
It's not bad.
Alright, slippers for the Shadowhunter, but Lin is there again. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, absolute disaster. Okay, hexes.
Nice hex.
Can he steal the item? No. Went of mana stealing. But this is not over yet. Oh no, and snare.
He's fine though. Oh, Blade Master, if he gets caught there by the net, perhaps that's a little scary, but gets out. But there was a lot of mana forced as well.
This one map is pretty much a $1,000 difference. Of course, FoCuS doesn't want to give it up. Hoping for a Vamp Aura, Devotion Aura again. To start a comeback in the later fights.
Oh! Agitome on the ground.
Oh. Once again going to Lin.
+4 Agi.
Yeah, heads up. FoCuS getting a camp with only experience, no item for him. Oh, and Lin. Killer Instinct. He just wants to end this. No time for this nonsense. You know I'm ahead. Give me that win.
2 Raiders versus 2 Raiders. Those being targeted first. Oh, nice speed scroll save. Oh, wow.
Lovely.
Beautiful. Even putting on the heal self to heal passively in the back. And coming back in with the ensnare. And the healing still running for a little bit. Hot damn, Lin.
That's Lin in God mode right now. If you give him an advantage like this, there's no way of coming back, and FoCuS knows. Best next performance for June Park. Second place guaranteed. FoCuS out in the semi-final. And Lin crowns his run. What a weekend this could be. Top run WGL April Pro. Top 2 at least in next. $7,000 waiting. And the next opponent is waiting. His opponent there, SOC or 120.
Yeah, it's going to be a great match coming up there. Lin in top shape this week. Maybe not top shape, but pretty decent shape. But FoCuS made him sweat. Map 1, really strong, super strong play by FoCuS. But Lin kind of reminiscent of Happy in those other 2 games. You make one mistake, and that's it. That's game over. But yeah, that's him in the final. Lin, the greatest orc of all time. Who's he going to meet? SOC from Korea or 120?
Oh boy. I'm looking forward to that match coming up a lot. 120 in the WGL qualifier was playing ridiculously bad in the round of 8 at least. But once he's back to DK Fiends, once he's playing the normal builds, he's so sick. New timings, new creep routes, new use of Rod of Necromancy recently. I hope he plays like he played on Thursday when you took a day off, because that was so impressive. And then on the other side, SOC, he's one of the strongest human versus undead players currently. He defeated Happy at WGL, so this is going to be a super high level, high quality human versus undead matchup.
Yeah, absolutely agree. These are the 2 of the best in the world going up against each other. Hard to call a favorite here. And this is going to be a great best of 5. Best of 3.
Would love to this to be a best of 5 as well, but no. Here is the bracket. SOC has defeated Moon yesterday in quite an upset. 120 defeated a human. Fortitude was no match for the Necromancer. Will SOC do better? We're back after a little break here on this Monday morning broadcast. See you in a bit.